Aldridge. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east. Already we are in December. You look at Tampa. They like where they stand right now, perched in that topmost position. And checking out Milwaukee, they have a lot of ground to make up.
And when you look at where Tampa is, they're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
And you want to talk about hitting the ground running? They've done exactly this. And you got to give a lot of credit to their coaching staff for getting this team locked in early.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo is out there with Washington.
Here we go.
Then there's Jackson. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Rollins in at point. And for Tampa, Skinny is out there with Silk. Then it's Junior. Then it's P. And it's Z at the 4 spot. Good on the three-point shot. Here in this stage of the season, Greg, what can struggling teams do to better themselves?
You mean besides make a big trade move? I think about lineups and schemes. You have to look at what you can control and really establish your identity.
Antetokounmpo. Out to Kuzma. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here the last game for Tampa, it was a win against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And you gotta love a team that can maintain its composure on the road. Take good shots and knock them down with confidence.
They took the air out of the crowd again and again with big shots. They never let the fans become a factor. A cold start for them. 3 shots, 3 misses. Oh, wow! That is powerful.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
A minute 50 left to play in the first. Here's Rollins. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
0 for 4 to start things off. Got a bit of a pillow fight brewing here, but they're going to get it going.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Yeah, not the start that they wanted, but maybe that basket was all they needed to get into a little bit of a rhythm.
Here's Silk. He's got 7 into the lane, and the layup falls. Silk's got 9.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Rollins the pass to Kuzma. The Bucks working the ball around. Here's Rollins. Just 5 on the clock. Off target with his 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play. And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Rollins. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by Skinny. He takes it in, and that one is hammered home.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Yeah, they haven't appeared in a rush at all. They are just playing to their strengths and building this lead out well.
The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Tampa out in front. They're up by 10. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, your take so far in Tampa?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, it's clearly a focus for them in this one, and no question that all the second chance looks are paying off.
They got Silk. He's out there with Junior. Williams is out there with Junior. And it's Robinson Earl in at the 4-man position. Trent can't hit.
That is not a bad decision to pull from there. It was just a little bit off with the execution.
Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Smith is out there with Portis. And there's Jackson. Then it's Gary Trent. And it's Prince in at the 3.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Tampa making some changes. Toppin, he's checked in for Williams. Z comes in for Jeremiah Robinson Earl. And Silks subbed in for Junior. The Bucks also changing it up. Antetokounmpo comes in for Smith. And Kyle Kuzma is subbed in for Jackson. We've got 1:55 left in the first half of the game. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. Tampa leading by 15. You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. And that's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. Here's Portis, and he can't stop the run as he misses. For Tampa, they've gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Yep, it counts. And it's 8 points for Z.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Junior's checked in for Tampa. The Bucks also changing it up. Washington's checked in for Portis. And Rollins subbed in for Trent. For Tampa, they've gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field. Here's Junior. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Junior's got his first basket.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Inside, here's Antetokounmpo.
And with the monster finish, he stops an 11-0 run by Tampa.
Tampa leading by 19. Here's Junior. Lays it up off the glass. Junior's got 4 this quarter.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
The shot by Rollins, no good.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And the layup is good.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Just, like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
And Junior throws it down.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
It's caused them to pull away a bit. Let's see if they can keep the train on the tracks.
And it's Tampa holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Tibbs going against a hot...
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Welcome, everybody. Let's jump right in with a look at the player in the Eastern Conference, Junior.
Nothing off about this off guard. Don't call him a 2. He's been there 1.
Yeah, he's the man on the squad right now. Defensive scheme him every...
And moving on now to that first half, tough sledding so far for the Bucks.
They know they don't have to keep shooting.
And that is...
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Really an incredible game from Silk.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And it's a role we don't always see him in, but he's done a great job tonight getting the rest of his team involved.
Silk is out there with Skinny, then it's P, then there's Z, and it's Junior in at the 3 slot. Fires from deep, drops in the tray. Rollins got 5 points so far. RJ, so often with rookies, we want to judge them after half a season. But we're not very patient with them. How long should we give players to prove themselves in the NBA?
Well, there's a different type of prove yourself. If you're talking about a rookie, I was taught after about game 60, you're no longer a rookie because you played every team, you understand the defensive concept, you might be a little fatigued, but after that, you're no longer a rookie. But to judge them, if they can play in this league, it can take a couple of years.
And for Milwaukee, Antetokounmpo out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then there's Jackson. Then there's Rollins. And it's Washington in at the 5.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Kuzma outside. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Antetokounmpo. And it's Silk with the rebound. Silk's got his 4th rebound in this one. For Milwaukee, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Well, his shooting is unfortunately not a big thing. And his lackluster accuracy is probably the thing that's keeping them behind.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Timeout called the Bucks.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Yeah, we can see over here, the coach, he has some choice words for his team. Words we cannot repeat.
Changes here for Tampa. Milwaukee also making some changes. Bobby Portis is checked in for Antetokounmpo. Trent comes in for Jackson. And it's Taurean Prince in for Rollins. 1:12 left to play in the third. Prince, the pass to Washington. Here's Kuzma. Bangs home the trifecta. Kuzma's got 6.
And proving once again that he has the touch from beyond. Kuzma effective at cashing in there.
Now, Junior. He's got 9. Pocket 6 for 3. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
So Rico, come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Green is checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Wright in for Taurean Prince. And Wright, here we go. And Wright throws it down hard.
And he just punishes the D for falling asleep at the wheel.
A little disorganized that time, and the result, 2 points in the loudest way possible.
Yeah, when you're not locked in on defense, they will make you pay with an easy finish there.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, I credit some of that to their communication out on the floor. They are attacking as a unit.
Launches a three, gets the three-pointer to fall. 15 points for Junior.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing.